Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
Welcome back to the show. Make sure to get the commercial-free podcast, the bonus shows, the full archive of the David Pakman Show as a member. davidpakman.com/membership. Lewis, how many memberships are you up to now?
I think like 500,000.
Yeah, you're like the top guy, really, on that membership program.
It's all about numbers. The image is everything. I just keep pumping them out.
The Koch brothers are now under fire for corrupting hiring practices at Florida State University and some other colleges. This has reached a new low, Lewis. The Koch brothers, or a new high, depending on how you look at it. The Koch brothers are trying to influence America through affecting education and who is teaching at colleges. They made a $1.5 million donation to Florida State University, but it had a caveat, and the caveat is that they get to approve who gets hired. And this, as you can imagine, is almost never allowed at any legitimate institution of higher education. And the foundation is bankrolled by the Koch brothers, and the idea is that they are pledging $1.5 million for positions in the economics department at Florida State University. And in return, Koch's representatives get to screen and sign off on new hires for a program that is set up to promote, quote, political economy and free enterprise. So you see where this is going.
Yeah, this is a monopoly. Now, which is the one? A horizontal monopoly?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but certainly it's not normally done. I mean, normally university donors don't have effect into figuring out who is going to teach.
Well, these guys are buying politicians. We already know that.
Why not buy teachers?
You buy teachers, you buy schools. Now you own the people who are going to become politicians and work for you, and it's just across the board.
Well, it's a complete perversion because one of the main things about university faculty, officials, professors is that they can teach without outside interference. They can be hired without outside interference. I mean, this is academic freedom. This is what it's all about. And this is completely perverting that 180 degrees.
Gotta love it.
And
I love these guys.
They're brilliant, aren't they?
They're amazing.
The other thing is conservatives have been attacking the institution of education ever since Reagan was in office and started trying to cut federal funds, as much federal funding as they could from the education system. And just because there is money involved here does not mean that the schools need to be beholden to it. I mean, Yale once returned $20 million when the donor demanded veto power over appointments. They said it's just completely unheard of. It's completely unheard of. Jennifer Washburn has reviewed tons of these contracts between universities and donors, and she said the Koch Florida State University deal is truly shocking. And she said it's an egregious example of a public university willing to sell itself for next to nothing, which is a good point, too, because $1.5 million, I don't even think that that's really a lot for Florida State.
Well, maybe they've fallen on hard times, but I'll tell you this, of all states, I'm not surprised that this is happening in Florida.
Right. Lewis went to film school in Florida. He totaled 2 cars in Florida. He had to wait 8 hours for a police officer in Florida to do an accident report. So Lewis has a lot of Florida anger pent up.
Jeb Bush, Florida.
Right. And Koch has made arrangements with some other schools too, Clemson and West Virginia University. It's a complete perversion. They are completely brilliant. And if they can do this, who would blame them for trying? I mean, honestly, who would blame them for trying?
These guys epitomize the problem, most of the problems in this country.